All I want for Christmas is you. Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up in the Mariah Carey situation. uh,
Okay.
what are we at? It's 2 more days. It's 3 more days. How many days we got to Christmas?
I think it's 5, but who's counting? It's 11 more days. 11 more days.
I think it's 3 more days.
3 more days to what?
Um, it's 11 days to the end of the year, and it's 3 or 4 more days to Christmas.
Today's the 20th.
Oh man, see my time. See, I can't count because we're getting close to the end of the year. But I know what we're starting at. It's the beginning of the show. Let's go. Oh my gosh, it is Talk on Tuesdays where we talk. and it's
Yeah.
and it's because and we talk because it's Tuesday. Guys,
Party.
give us a shout in the chat. It's myself, Val the voice, Mr. Wamble, and Coach Tony is here. You guys are in the chat. Go ahead and give us a shout. I see the Bud is here. Oh my goodness. Hello and happy holidays. Oh my goodness. I'm always excited to see the folks that come and check us out. And obviously, I want to tell you guys for our audio episodes, we're celebrating over. It's not just 100, but we're over 100 episodes, Michael. We're definitely way over that.
I think that's correct.
I
Yeah.
think I think we are. And in celebration of that, our talk on Tuesdays is shown right here on our Interludes channel, our Interludes Facebook group. Hey guys. And then also we're on LinkedIn as well as Pod TV Roku. So thank you so very much. I see some people in the building. Hello, it's Mama T. Good to see you. And then I see Wise. Hello, Interludes family. I'm ready for a great show tonight. I am too. I
Are
don't know.
you?
I don't know who Sharice is laughing at. Don't laugh at us, girl. Please don't laugh at us. So there you go. That's
Please
right.
laugh at us, please.
And
I'm
then,
funny intentionally, and you
and then, of
just
course, this is happening. I know people are like, Valarie, you've been talking about this, and it just disappeared. Don't Isn't that crazy? Find your voice. I gotta find the thing. Here we go. Don't move. Is right
Find Your
there.
Voice, a podcasting course for beginners. It launches soon, so get ready. And if you're looking for us, we're on YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere. Again, Find Your Voice, a podcasting course for beginners. You can sign up, and Val the Voice will walk you through what it means to put out excellent audio.
Yeah.
I'm
And
excited too. I'm very excited. Today is, oh, okay. Good evening. Good evening. I got the chat, Val. Good
oh
evening.
wow,
Val.
Delana. This is great when we can jump apps. We can jump off of another app and then jump on YouTube and be like, yes. So a lot of my
We app hopping.
it's called a lot of my clubhouse folks are in the building. So I'm loving the love I'm getting. And so Michael, for this holiday season,
Yeah.
you know, I'm looking forward to a couple of things that are coming on television. And I know we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. I've been a fan of this movie when it first came out, and now it is coming back, and it's going to close and be on Peacock. The guys, all the gang is back. The Best Man, the final chapters on the Peacock channel. Are you looking forward to it? Did you see the original movie back in 1999 when it came out, The Best Man?
Of course I did. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? I'm so jealous you got to be with Nunu before me. Oh, that's Tamara. Okay, Tamara. I couldn't recognize. Oh, that means that Princess is posting too many pictures of her grandbaby. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to adjust that. So here's the question for the chat. Will you be watching? Do you care? Everybody is married. Some folks are about to get married. Some more dramas getting ready to
That's
jump
right.
off.
Some people have professional basketball coaches dump them and start having affairs with other people in the team.
Oh, we're
Yet the
talking
team
real
still
life.
wins. He got on his Burberry. Man got on his Burberry scarf.
Yeah, that would be Terrence.
Hey
Yeah.
man. That's mine.
Melissa DeSoto,
That's
Tay
right.
Diggs,
Original cast.
Sanai Lathan, and then of course Regina Hall, and then
Hey,
they're
Val
there.
the Voice. There's a whole generation of people that think that look at Tay Diggs and go, "Oh, the star of All American."
Exactly, exactly, because that's where they know him from.
They know from that's that coach on All American. He in a show. Let me go check it out.
We're cracking up people in and around there. That's what I'm talking about. So that's. So
It is
yes,
interesting that Morris Chestnut comes out, former Giant running back in the original movie at a time when the Giants aren't terrible. So I give him credit for that. I think it's the best man. They got good mojo and it actually resurrected a terrible, awful, good for nothing football team to some relevancy. Hey New York,
I get.
what's up?
I gotta let
Holla New York.
excuse me. I have friends in New York. I need you to like back off, please.
Yeah, but everybody knows that the best football team really is in Naperville.
Oh my! Did you just Michael?
Woo!
Wait a minute. I gotta stop sharing for a second, guys. We both graduated. Myself and Mr. Wamble. We both graduated from North Central College in
That Coach
Naperville.
Tony too, right? I mean,
And Coach Tony graduated from
he
North
did, didn't
Central
he?
too. Yes, he did. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of people
I
that's
ain't play
on.
about that.
A lot of our audience does not know where North Central College is.
They
It's not
should because they were on ESPNU whooping butt, winning another national championship, Division III football,
Division 3.
D3. That's right.
Division 3. There
D3
you go.
football, undefeated, 15-0. Love it, you know. I mean, certain schools can't go undefeated, Jackson State. So but North Central could. Woo!
We have a lot of school pride and we're very excited.
I mean, because Val the Voice, we were there back in the day when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore. But back in the day when we went there, that team was terrible.
Yeah, we didn't.
I blame my drinking on them. I mean, because I would try to go to their football games and they were so bad. We just all had to go nah, let's just go drink.
So you developed a drinking problem because the team wasn't that good.
Oh, that in the trimesters, which they figured out. They fixed that about a year or so after my class came through. They were like, all these weekday weekends give kids too much time to
Okay, so here's my thing.
They fixed it.
Welcome.
But now the football team plays well, undefeated. Coach's first year as head coach comes in, takes over the program. It's a wonderful thing. So yeah, but going back to nice segue back into The Best Man, the final chapter. One of the main characters there was a football player. So I believe in this version we're seeing some life after. Is that right? Is that how the story goes?
Yeah, and we're bringing all the men back. We're bringing
Can't bring all the women back. If you saw the last movie,
if you saw The Best Man Holiday, because what was it, like a 10 to 15 year stretch between the sequel? The first one came out in 99.
I can't tell anymore. I mean, the way these sequels come, what Top Gun was like, what was that, 40 years in between?
It was
You'll make
30.
another Top Gun every 40 years. Tom Cruise
Yeah.
will be 100 and 110, and he'll be like jumping out of airplanes and such. Did you see that fool jump out the airplane, Val? Did you see
Who are you
Tom
talking about?
Cruise? Tom Cruise, he's doing a ad for like come download it off a video. He's making the next in Mission Impossible, which I think is Mission Incredible. How old is he? Like 70? And he's jumping out of an airplane,
Oh, good
and the
gracious.
dude's filming him like, "You coming?" He's like, "I ain't coming. I ain't crazy like you." And he jumps out the airplane and never takes the parachute. Like he never lets up the parachute in the shot, and he's got to be falling for at least 15 seconds. So anyway, the Best Man coming back now. I mean, are you still? Do you even remember where these people were?
I care about The Best Man, and I'm
Okay,
excited to see how they're going to wrap things up, because they did with The Best Man Holiday, which I have to agree is one of my favorite holiday movies.
that's one
So
of the best. I think it's one of the best sequels.
that's one of the best sequels in The Best Man
Sequels,
Holiday, and
period.
it was very emotional for me
Mhm.
watching it. And so I say, guys, December 22nd, in a couple of days, they'll have about 6 episodes. Malcolm Lee, who is the original director of the film, and if that last name sounds familiar, that's Spike Lee's relative,
Cousin. It's his cousin.
cousin.
He's
There you
also
go.
he's also the director of Girls Trip,
Exactly.
which I would love to see them try to do a sequel to that. Try to reunite
They
that
might go ahead
cast.
and do that. So my thing is, guys,
Think so?
if you're interested in seeing The Best Man, put it in the chat. Let us
You
know.
really think they would do that?
Do
Get
what? We're
that
talking about
cast back? I
the
mean,
cast
that's
back for which
Queen,
one? For Girls Trip?
Regina, Jada, and
Well,
the child that's not funny.
one
All for them.
of the people that's in Girls Trip is in The Best Man final chapters. That would be Regina Hall. Very, very talented, very funny Regina Hall. So Malcolm has already established a great working relationship with that actress. I think getting
So she
Queen,
signed her life off to
getting
Universal.
Jada,
Mm.
getting Tiffany, that probably wouldn't be hard. But I think, unfortunately, there were some things that came out about Tiffany earlier this year that,
All resolved.
gotta it's
Completely resolved.
resolved. It's resolved, but if her publicist is working for her and earning their money, it's probably telling her let a little distance
You mean
happen.
now her publicist is waking up?
Well,
Because that fool was asleep. That fool should have been fired.
yeah. So
I
I'm
mhm.
I'm excited because we are so. Did you? Okay, here's a good question for you guys. Did you cry during the Best Man holiday?
I did. I cried when that girl took off her hair by that Christmas tree. I was just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
And then he started crying for his wife. Oh my,
Mm-hmm.
that hit me. I mean, and recently Morris Chestnut, got his star. Got his star on the Hollywood
Yeah.
Walk of Fame, which was well deserved. I mean, between the Best Man series, that and being in one of the more important movies of our time, Boys in the Hood, and some of the
Mm-hmm.
other things that he has done, I think he was certainly deserving of that. He is one of those leading men. I think sometimes we kind of forget about that he's
Mm-hmm.
there. There's so many people who are trying to fill that slot and doing it, I think, unsuccessfully. Not the way that he is. He has kind of a charisma to him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that whole cast is amazing between Tay and Morris and then Terrence Howard.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
this is a really strong cast. And then Sanai, who she's still out there. She's still doing stuff. I think she's been doing a little bit more directing recently
Yeah, and
rather than
she's
being in front of the thing. And then my baby,
who's
my
your
baby,
baby?
Nia,
Oh my
and we
gosh.
all feel for Nia. I mean, we really do. See, they put her center stage there. You see that? My goodness, that's a beautiful picture. The eye is kind
Yeah.
of drawn to the center of that picture. I don't know if you noticed what I am. Do you see what I
Oh
see?
my gosh, that's too funny. So guys, the Best Man,
Both
the
of
final
them.
The Best Man, the
Right in
final
the middle.
chapters. It'll start streaming on Peacock
Damn,
this coming Thursday on the 22nd. You guys check us out. Let us
push
know.
up.
And really
Nia
quickly,
pushing up.
Mama T did say
Woo.
that she did cry on with the Best Man holiday. So
Hold on. Is that supposed to be Terrence in that picture? That ain't
Terrence,
Terrence.
Terrence,
That
yeah,
ain't
that's
Terrence by
him.
that P.
That is him.
I might be pushing P, but that ain't Terrence.
Oh
That picture is so touched. That is not him. That's just like his stunt double. That's like his picture double, maybe. Maybe he was off, like, rewiring, Africa, or playing a guitar or something. Because that ain't him in that picture. No, really, go back to that picture for real. Take a
I'm
look at that.
literally going to a different section right now because I'm trying to move on to the next thing we're going to talk about.
Okay,
You're
which
too funny.
is
Which
more interesting than
is
this.
which is New Year's Eve.
And
What are you
where will you be New
doing?
Year's Eve?
New Year's. I have no clue.
So why we rushing to New Year's Eve? I wanted to see if that was Terrence. I think Terrence got a picture double in there.
Okay, we're gonna move on from Terrence because
Okay,
I don't really care. I don't really care about Terrence.
Well, I thought you cared about the Best Man.
I care about the
The
Best
final
Man, but I don't care
chapters.
if I don't care about Terrence. Now we gonna see the
Why
people
wouldn't
that's
you care about Terrence? Somebody has to.
Michael. See the people on the screen. That's what we're gonna talk about. That's what we're gonna talk about. People
Well,
on the
you
screen.
go right ahead. I'll happily listen. I'm gonna take some more of this. This is good. A little strong, but
Oh my gosh! So for New Year's Eve, this is Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve.
Dick Clark is dead.
Two of the.
Dick Clark is dead.
I know.
How is he still rocking
He
every
is
year?
not rocking. It is.
I mean, Dick Clark is resting, right?
He is resting, but
Comfortably.
Ryan Seacrest is the
Okay, he's
host.
alive.
He's alive. He's the host, and he two of the big boy bands from the 80s is going to be the performing during the 2022 Rockin' Eve. It is Duran Duran. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because they were they were inducted into the Hall of Fame earlier this year. And one of my favorite boy bands that I saw virtually at the Essence Music Festival, New Edition.
All right, so
Yay!
your boy band is New Edition, and my boy band is Duran Duran.
I didn't match it up like that.
I'll take it. I love Duran Duran.
Okay.
There probably is no bigger male heterosexual fan of Duran Duran than me, because I love Duran Duran. I remember them when I was a kid. Now the voice, I had these racing gloves. I think it was my dad's racing gloves. I stole them and I took them. And you know what I did with them? Because it was the 80s. You know what I did with the gloves? Tell me what I did with them gloves, them racing gloves. What I do with them?
You cut off the tips.
You darn right, I cut off the fingertips. Yeah, they had my fingers caught in them gloves. Man, I was Simon Le Bon. I was like, I'm gonna be Simon Le Bon. I had a bomber jacket, with the fur, like the fake fur, hoodie, and I had my fingertips coming through the gloves. Oh my goodness. If I could have got to some like eyeliner or something, it'd have been on. Because I love Duran Duran. They were like look, them boys was bad. I had the gloves, and the one thing that I really wanted, and it took a while to get, because I had to convince somebody to get them for me, and they did, thank goodness, was the pleather pants. Okay. I had pleather pants.
You did?
With the fingertips out, and I went to the skating party, and oh my goodness, you could not tell me nothing. I had those, and then I had Zodiacs. Oh my God, when we get to Coach Tony, I had to get to that. I had Zodiacs and put it, and of course, you didn't wear the Zodiacs with any socks, right? So I had the Zodiacs on. You had to make sure your feet were like nice and clean. It didn't really get sweaty. And I was hungry like the wolf. Okay.
So now New Edition performed at the Essence Music Festival, and
They
all,
did.
all
That's
six came
Bobby in the
back.
middle.
All six came back together, so I was excited about that. And
Isn't that amazing?
mm-hmm.
I mean, credit to them. I mean, the fact that they have maintained and they are still here today, I think is an amazing thing. When Duran Duran went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just a couple of earlier this year, but it aired on HBO maybe just a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
They are, of course, were a 5-piece band. It's just the four of them there. One of their original members is suffering from cancer and he was not able to be there. So they read a letter from him, and it was, pretty moving in
Mm-hmm.
that, he was with the band for the first couple years and he went away. Then he came back around the time that now Rogers kind of resurrected their career. Like now Rogers did so many like R&B, white soul, British groups through the 80s and 90s, Human League. Now Rogers did the same thing to them. David Bowie to a certain extent as well. I mean, when Duran Duran plays and they tour, they are awesome. They are
Mm-hmm.
great. And New Edition, I mean, goodness. I mean, everybody that can sing in New Edition that used to be able to sing can still sing. The people that couldn't sing, 40 years ago, they still can't sing. So I don't think anybody is ever disappointed at a New Edition show.
Right. So I
You know
think, and
what you're getting, right?
I don't know all of the performers that's going to be performing for
Who
the Rocky
cares?
Mutants, but
You
it
you
doesn't.
you, you name the main reasons why anybody would go. And I think I heard you and Coach Tony talking about this maybe, what was it, a week ago? Y'all mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, like, is that a tour? Because if they ever wanted just to clean up America and just have the
Mhm.
minivan tour, whoa! If Duran Duran and New Edition went out and they could decide to do an hour each, that thing would that would also break Ticketmaster, just like Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
so Val, what are your memories of Duran Duran, New Edition? When you hear those names, what comes to mind?
Well, you ultimately I saw New Edition in Brooklyn in 2014, just after the BET movie that came, and or was it, no, I think it was just before the BET movie that dropped, and
That was one of the best.
best, yes.
I mean, they
Anytime it
they, they let them tell the truth.
Yes, I was so
They let them
happy.
tell the truth, and
Guys,
I
if
appreciate
you
that.
have BET, and they always show the New Edition story, if you got a couple of hours, during the holiday season now, and they'll probably replay it, watch it, because I when the actor that portrays Ricky Bill, he's like, there is no more money. Like, I was, whoa. We got paid $1.32 for the tour that we did. Like, I just could not believe this group that I was so beloved and was crazy about when I was a child and growing up was going through that. Now
Right?
Duran, I don't think they had those financial issues. I
No, they were
honestly
coming
love
at it
them.
from a whole different position. And the thing
Mhm.
with Duran Duran, which is sort of interesting, and I won't go
Mhm.
too far into it, they saved Capitol Records. Now,
Yes, they
Capital,
did.
these record companies go through these cycles, these kind of cyclical things. I mean, we can talk about a time in Motown when Rick James saved Motown, like Motown was going to go under without Rick James and what he was able to bring. No, seriously, like
Uh-huh.
they kind of go in these ebb and flow. And
Mhm.
Duran saved Capitol Records. I mean, because because there are two British groups that saved Capitol Records, that made Capitol Records what it is today, enable it to do all these wonderful things. There's the Beatles
Mhm.
and there's Duran Duran. That's it. I mean, everything else they did was wonderful, and they were able to like front acts and do a lot of great things. Very famously, Capitol Records was the record label of MC Hammer, right? So I mean, they wouldn't have been around without Duran Duran in the 90s. But on the other side, MCA, MCA and what MCA did to New Edition, that's a travesty. I
Yeah.
mean, they were playing them the same way that all historically these groups had been played back, decades ago. Just terrible contracts, manager, stepping in, taking money. And I think a lot of times people sometimes unfairly look at that and say, oh, well, New Edition, they got played because they were black. And the white groups came in, these white boy bands came in and cleaned up. No, they didn't. No, they did not. No, New Kids on the Block went through the same thing.
And the manager,
What else groups went through
the manager thing. So as I wrap this up, guys, New Edition and Duran Duran is the top two groups that will be performing for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. I see that our special guest is here because I wanted to make sure that I shared this before I bring on Coach. But I attended an event that I told you about, Michael, and I remember telling Coach about this as well. It was called Outpour and it happened in Atlanta. And one of I like to call it the friend to the show, Dr. Gerald Hightower, or he's known as the Entanglement Coach, did this wonderful event. And I was able to attend, and a lot of the people that's in the audience attended as well. So Delana, I think there's your picture, girl, because I think she showed up. She said she cried crocodile tears when she watched what was this? The Best Man. So thanks, girl, for being here.
Yeah.
And then of course Mama T is here as well. But let's bring on Dr. Gerald Hightower. Gerald, I think you can best talk about what you best talk about what the event was about. How are you this evening? And he was here earlier this year as well. Hi,
Doc. Hey there. Good to see you. Thanks for allowing me to come in. Yeah, Val, it was, hey, what's up, Mr. Woods? How are you, sir?
Hey, good. How are you? Welcome.
Excellent. Yeah, I heard you all talking. I heard y'all talking about Duran Duran. That was my group back in the day, man. Her name is Rio, and she danced across the sand.
Everybody wants to
sing. Man, Duran Duran, that was the group, man. I'm telling you. Because I came in. See, these kids, they don't know nothing about the OG video era. I was there, the OG video era, MTV. There was only MTV and BET. That was it.
Exactly.
We didn't have VH1. We didn't have all these other outlets. It was MTV and BET. BET was Donnie Simpson and Video Soul.
I know. Wait.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, tell us more about the Outpour event.
So the Outpour event, yes, Val, and it was so wonderful to see you there. And so Outpour was just 2 weeks ago, just a little less than 2 weeks ago on December 10th. And the event was all about these wonderful, talented people coming and them pouring into those of us who were attending. And the objective is to bring a heightened awareness in the area of relationships, business, your journey as an author. And for all of them, what was their journey like? What was the journey, the road to success? So we had my dear friend, Miss Jarnine Cheney Brown. We had Joseph and Paris Dixon of Real Black Love. They are the founder. Joseph Dixon is the founder of Real Black Love, which is a dating app. And he created that back in 2014. And that beautiful woman sitting next to him, God blessed him to meet his wife on the app that he created, Real Black Love.
That's a hat. I mean, he had to be wearing that hat in his profile.
Yeah, that hat.
That's how that happens.
Yeah, that hat was working. That hat was working. And
got his own Tamron Hall. That's good for him. Good for him.
So and so it was a phenomenal event, and I'm very grateful for all those who came. It was a blessing. And we're already planning. We are already planning for our next event, which will be Saturday, April 22nd, for our next event that we're going to host in right here in the great city of Atlanta. So excited about that. And for that event, we're going to be honoring April 22nd. Yes. And for that event, yeah, that's Val's birthday. Yes. For that event, we're going to be honoring 7 women from the various mountains of influence. A woman from the business arena, from the politics. I'm going to be honoring one of the sheriffs, who is a sheriff over the entire county, just outside of Atlanta.
That's very smart.
Yeah, and it's just going to be a phenomenal time. So that's going to be Saturday,
too.
We'll tell you more about it as it comes.
Will the birthday girl be getting any honors that day?
Well, the birthday girl, if she's able to make it, we're going to love on her and celebrate her just because it's her birthday.
Okay.
So yeah, Val the Voice will be on deck, and if she's able to come, definitely, we got to hear that voice. She's got to be a part of the program.
Okay. Now you said outpour, and I was ready to go. So, but you're talking about a different outpour, right?
A different type of outpour, yeah.
Different kind of outpour, not because it's delicious, but
Michael, we want him to come back. What are you showing the alcohol?
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, this was the new wine kind of outpour, not the old wine. This was
new wine. The new wine and the new skins.
New wine and the new wine skins. Yes, sir.
Right, because the old skins, the wine will come through and it'll be lost, and you don't want it to be lost.
Yeah, we don't want it to be lost. Good. Yeah, no Manischewitz, no silver satin, no malt duck. None of that.
Manischewitz gets a bad name. It's kosher. So anyway, so G Hightower. Let me get into this because this name is intriguing to me. I know Val the Voice, and we've talked about it. The name, the entanglement. What say it for me?
The entanglement coach.
The entanglement coach. Now, see, when I heard that, I thought, so Jada went to you?
She should have.
Yeah, she should have.
Yes, sir.
But she didn't.
She did not.
She managed to get into her own entanglement, though.
Had she come to me, I could have helped her get free from that entanglement, and her and Will would be in a better place. And Will would have never slapped Chris Rock.
So you could have detangled her.
Yes, sir.
So you like a perm then. Your knowledge is like a perm to the nappy wilderness of mental confusion.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a natural perm, divinely given by God, no chemicals involved.
No lie.
It'll no lie,
L-I-E, L-Y-E.
No L-Y-E, no D-Y-E, none of that.
Right.
Okay,
Nothing but L-O-V-E.
I gotta bring on Coach. Coach, you there?
Coach Tony in the building.
Wait, hey, don't we have a theme song? What
Val, did he drop a theme song?
No, see, Kevin off today, and then all of a sudden
let me do that. I'm so sorry. Let me do
that
right now.
Theme song.
Let me never forget the theme song.
Val just come in there and just go crazy. And of course, Coach would come on and he would tell us to hit the like and share button, please. That's one of the things that Coach would do. But Val's kind of discombobulated. He was talking about detangling stuff. And
tell him, if you rolling with me, Mike, they already know it. Hit that like button. If you ain't rolling with me, don't hit that. But you rolling with me. And Hightower, what's up, baby?
All is good, Coach Tony. Good to see you, bro.
Hey, check this out. I got 3 things I got a beef with. I got a beef. I got a beef.
Have a beef.
One, Hightower. I don't need your help because I'm glad that entanglement happened because I'm trying to get at Jada. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I'm waiting for the Girl Trip 2 sequel. I was trying to talk to Val about it. She's like, "Oh no, we got to move on."
And then. For Mike, my second problem, man, get up on Nina alone, man. We can't be sharing Nina alone, man. Hey, I've been with Nina, man, back in the day from the West Side, South Side to the West Side. You know what I'm saying?
She's not from Chicago.
No, I know that, but she was in the city.
I don't care. We don't.
Val, she was in the city.
She was on the bike.
Mike. She
was on the bike. She went by Buckingham Fountain. She went down. She went down to the reggae shop.
And Val, when she was in town doing Love Jones, Val, I got a chance to kick it with them downtown. So me and Mike ain't trying to hear what you talking about right now, Val. She honorary Chicago.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
That's a Celtics. That's Boston. See, Chicago wouldn't have done her like that. That's that
Right.
Boston nonsense.
Exactly. We wrapped all these arms around. Come on,
my
man.
God, wrap your arms around me.
So the audience is really laughing at you right now. The audience, you're cracking up the audience as we speak.
Just for strength.
The script. Yeah, we got some scripts and sandwiches. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly right.
Scripts and sandwiches.
Okay, Coach, I'd love to talk. Coach,
I'm coming back.
Michael,
I'm coming back.
Yeah, we're coming back.
Okay, I need to talk about week 15.
What you want, Val?
The NFL. Can we talk about that, please?
I'm glad you got my boy Hightower. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I love you, brother. You one of the only guys, man, I gave not only 2 thumbs up, but 2 pounds to, man. The week that you came on that night, man, I had one of my best shows, man. I appreciate you, your knowledge of the game. What you talking about? We didn't get a chance to get into college basketball because we was in the football of the pros at the time. So I'm about to fill you out a little bit and see what you're talking about this NCAA. But week 15, the best team in the country, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia
Eagles. You Philly? Are you Philly? High time.
No, sir. I'm born and raised in LA.
Justin Phil did what he had to do. Oh, LA. Did he just say LA?
He said LA, but that's okay. That's okay because you know what? LA for a while didn't have no teams. Now they still don't have no teams. But they got 2. They got 2 in that beautiful stadium.
Man, you went down this road already with that LA Chicago stuff. We already went down that road.
We did. We good, Coach.
Yeah, I think I called in, didn't I? I was out calling in.
You called in that night.
Nonsense.
Hey, but I tell you what I want to know, and how Towers is going to be in your neighborhood down there. You know, we know before we get into week 15 on NFL, the most important thing on this table is the Final Four with this NCAA college football, baby. And you guys know I bleed Big Ten through and through. I love my SEC guys, but I'm for what we say, Val. For promotional purposes only.
That's right. We don't.
I'm calling an upset. Ohio State send Georgia to the crib. Michigan definitely going to win. And I'm calling for an all Big Ten national championship game.
Oh, man, that'll be hot, Coach. That'll be hot.
Hey, I ain't saying put your rent on it, but you may want to put some of it.
Yeah, well, you know now, the national championship game will be January 9th at my hometown at SoFi Stadium, where my LA Rams brought the championship back to the pad. So where we had the second greatest halftime show of all time with Snoop doing the sea walk at halftime. What?
And And matter of fact, I already know that, Hot Tower, because I'm coming to kick it and hang out with you. I'm gonna need some me time, because I'm gonna need to get on your show and lay back. You know, I need, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So it was worth it, because I would say it was worth it. I mean, the Rams did all they could. They got their championship. They got their rings and flags of forever.
And Green Bay sent them home last night. Brett Favre played with them last night.
I mean, this year they took the year off after celebrating too much, it seems.
Hey, I'm telling you, right?
It's chemistry, Mike. So, like Coach Tony will tell you, it's chemistry. So you lose Vaughn, right? You lose Vaughn off the defense. So now Aaron Donald is basically holding it down by himself. You lose one of the greatest offensive tackles of all time. He retired. OBJ got injured in the Super Bowl.
And left.
Well, he wasn't going to leave, but the Rams didn't offer him a contract. He would have stayed in LA because he bought a crib in LA. OBJ bought a crib in LA. He would not have left. But they didn't offer him a contract because he got an injury. He got an ACL on the same exact knee that was injured 2 years ago. So it was like, yeah, we ain't trying to dump $10 million into you, and we don't even know if you're gonna be back.
Right. And then you got the one piece. They got Baker Mayfield. They picked up Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield is doing better in the progressive commercials. He need to get some more wins so he can do some more commercials. His best work is in the commercials. It is not on the football field anymore.
And Brett Favre did him dirty last night. He brought the ball 90 yards.
You mean Aaron Rodgers?
No, my bad.
No, he got Brett Favre on the brain. I mean, because Brett Favre is in the news. You know, he's
that's why I got him right.
You know, getting all that welfare money.
Hey, I appreciate it. But yeah, I got Aaron Rodgers did him dirty, 90 yards, and he pulled up on the 2 like, and then I ain't even gonna score on you. I'm just gonna run the clock out.
I'm okay.
That's called sportsmanship.
No, that's called losing my promotional purposes only last night because I went 10 for 10.
Thank you.
Except for that one. He didn't cover the spread last night.
Thank you. Thank you. Tell it, Coach. Because a lot of these, like, take a knee at the end of the game. It's like a lot of people looking like, no, score.
I'm scratching my head I scratched my head so hard last night. I got a hole on the side of it right here. Y'all can't see it.
They looking at the number like score. No,
I know, Val. Hey, Val, I covered it up with that. You know, that's what it's called. That, you know, I had to cover it up a little bit on the side. You can't tell though. You know what I'm saying?
Here, Coach, I'm gonna just reset this for a second. Because we got Coach Tony, we got G Hightower, the entanglement coach. You know, and he explained that, so now I understand it. And I appreciate that because I don't understand things initially. But what we're talking about here is sports for a second. And this past weekend, arguably, was one of the probably the most amazing weekends of sports I've ever seen in 24-hour period. From the games, the NFL games on Saturday, leading into the World Cup, which, yes, I watched it. That was amazing. And then going into the football, the rest of the football weekend, right. That was some amazing, ridiculous games, things that we have never seen. We have never seen Matt Ryan blow a lead like that outside of the Super Bowl.
Right.
We never seen Messi do that. Messi is a champion, but then the dude that lost the game got the golden foot. And he's gonna be the face of soccer, and that's a brother. Now he may speak French. G Hightower, he may speak French, but that's a brother, ain't it? He's a brother. I mean, when he scored, he do the thing. It's like, that's the diaspora. I know that. Shoot threes and do that. That's a brother.
You missing one, Mike. Come on, baby. Tell them Hightower. You missing the craziest play. Come on, Hightower.
Not the LA. I'm sorry, they not out of LA no more. They did leave.
The craziest play of the weekend.
Las Vegas.
What the Las Vegas Raiders, dog. First of all,
Vegas Raiders.
You 20 yards this way, and you throw the ball 30 yards that way, and then his boy intercepted and mushmouthed the quarterback. Man, get the hell out of here.
I don't know who is the worst coach. Is it Josh McDaniels? Is it Bill Belichick now? No. It's just Saturday.
It's Mike McCarthy.
Saturday is still. I'm sorry,
Mike McCarthy. I'm like Mike you, McCarthy. I'm like McCarthy too.
We can't give Jeff Saturday coaching credentials because the brother just was literally called up by a friend. Hey, homie, we losing. Come coach my team. So we can't give Jeff Saturday no credentials yet. Jeff Saturday is still technically a TV analyst and a former NFL Hall of Fame offensive lineman. We can't give Jeff Saturday no credentials, but who is a bona fide coach is Mike McCarthy, and he is garbage.
No. Mike McCarthy hasn't been a bona fide coach.
I'm tell you what's going to happen. Y'all listen to your brother, Coach G, on this Tuesday night, December 20th, 2022. I'm telling you, Mike McCarthy will be fired at the end of this season as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and we will be getting Sean Payton will be coach of the Dallas Cowboys next year.
Respectfully.
Come on, Mike.
So McCarthy only limped into this year because Sean went to TV. I mean,
right.
So having suffered through living in Dallas, I know for sure that Jerry, outside of taking odd pictures, having them come back. Outside of that, Jerry has wanted Sean Payton for years now. He got Mike McCarthy because he was trying to appease Dak. Like, okay, well, he had Brett So maybe, we can work out something. And he kept Dak happy. Can I tell y'all the hurtful truth? Because nobody wants to hear this.
What's the hurtful truth?
I got my ears. I got my ears all the way too. Let me hear.
Okay. The Cowboys will never win with Dak Prescott.
Why not?
Never.
Why not?
Because he is not a gamer. He is not a gamer. He is he's a nice seasoned quarterback, and he does well in the regular season, but he cannot win a big game. He hasn't been able to win a good game. In college, he couldn't do it. He can't do it now. He'll never do it. You keep throwing that money at that man, and he gonna look. In 2 years, he's gonna be Russell Wilson.
I totally disagree, Mike. Here's the thing.
Too.
Everybody would have said the same thing about Matt Stafford when he was 10 years at Detroit Lions.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have.
Everybody said the same thing.
I did.
And he had the Hall of Fame quarterback. He had the Hall of Fame wide receiver, Megatron. Okay?
Right.
No, hold on a second.
Hold on, how tall he has the defense.
I never said that.
Defense to go with him too, because LA didn't just win it on offense. He had defense, and I totally agree with you.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
You get him out of there. You get him out of Dallas, and you put Prescott in a whole different situation, and you probably got a different type of quarterback. The problem to Dallas is, and Mike, you know this well, that Jerry Jones is the problem to Dallas.
Yes,
and
sir.
Until Jerry Jones get out of there and leave it to his son or whomever, they change the culture. Jerry's only going to go one direction. Dallas is going to always be good. He's trying his best to get back to the last Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith. Those days are gone. They're gone. They're gone.
Listen, look, Mike, check this out. To Coach Tony's point, you see that we have not won at all outside of the Jimmy Johnson era. And the only reason why Barry Switzer took them to the Super Bowl in 95 is because that was Jimmy Johnson's team. They haven't been in the championship game ever since because Jerry wants to be the head coach. Jerry wants to be. What owner do you see doing press conferences every single game?
None. Hey, high top.
No owners. You don't see Robert Kraft doing press conferences after games.
Sign to my contract because I dance in the video. You know what I'm saying? I'm on death row. We dance in the video, baby.
Coach, did you hear what I heard? I heard our distinguished guest, G Hightower, Real Love Nation, the entanglement coach. I heard him use the word "we" talking about the Dallas Cowboys. So
Dallas Cowboys has been my team. Anybody that knows me, Mike, knows that the Dallas Cowboys are my team because for 20 years,
team is your team?
Because for 20 years we didn't have a team in LA. The Rams had left to St. Louis. The Raiders had left LA and went back to Oakland.
When they left.
So for 20 years, I didn't have a team. And that's when I adopted the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, you made a bad adoption.
That's like adopting the Red Sox or the Yankees.
Wait a minute.
I mean, that's not a look. Here's the thing, and I'll just get back to it. I don't disagree with you. I know Jerry's the problem, but only way that Jerry is leaving is with 6 people carrying him, and he goes 6 feet under. That's the only way he leaves the power and succeeds power to his other relative, who also doesn't know what he's doing because they both signed the contract with Dak Prescott.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I know it hurts, and I have Cowboy friends. I understand this, but Dak Prescott is not the player you think he is.
Why are we playing the violin?
He is just not, and it doesn't matter what team he puts him on. And what you said about Matthew Stafford, I agree with. Okay, I knew Matthew Stafford was a championship quarterback when he was with the Lions. I was so happy when he left our division. Because my team is the Bears. When he left my division, and he went and got himself.
Is that why you're so angry over there? You're a Grizzly there.
You didn't hear what I said. So I'm happy. I'm happy he got a championship. He deserved a championship. I wish that Megatron had left with him and got a ring too, because Megatron was worthy of a championship. That's a championship.
We said that. We said everybody out of Chicago, so it don't matter. They're gonna get a ring somewhere.
You and I agree. Okay. All right. Up to this point, there are championship quarterbacks on terrible teams. That's true. Okay. But I'm telling you right now, Dak Prescott is not one of them. He is not.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce a new thought, Val. If I
watched too many of those Dallas games. I watched too many of those Dallas games with no choice, with no NFL options, with no way to get it. I suffered through those Dallas games.
What's that thought, Hightower?
All right, so here's the thought. Here's a thought. So
in critical situations, he makes the wrong decision.
There's a perpetual argument. There's a perpetual argument, Mike, Coach Tony, Queen Val. Are leaders born or are leaders developed? And I've always argued that leaders are both born and they are developed.
I agree.
Case in point.
Agree.
My dad was not a leader. My dad was a leader in terms of his work ethic. His work ethic was unmatched, but he was never a vocal leader. You'll never see him step into no microphone, nowhere, no how. He was just not that dude. Right. But God gave me the gift of leadership, right? He gave me the gift of charisma, right? And the best example that I can give you in terms of being born into a position of leadership, but never taking the mantle of leadership is Martin Luther King III. Here he is carrying his father's name, but he never carried his father's legacy. The person who carried the legacy was Bernice King, but not Martin Luther King III.
I completely agree.
We agree. Dexter has been just a forever global playboy, and Dexter's like, man, I ain't studying none of y'all, man. I'm about to get on this jet, go Hollywood.
I'm about to sign his contract with Time Warner. Yeah,
Time Warner, and about to go sip on me a fruity drink with an umbrella in it on the beach.
Yes.
But here's my question.
My point, Coach Tony, real quick. My point is that quarterbacks can be developed. You have some that are born with natural championship DNA, and then you have some that are developed. And if they get with the right coach, if Sean Payton comes to Dallas next year, Sean Payton will develop Dak into that championship quarterback, and you will see he will be a Super Bowl winner.
So here's what I would say to you. And respectfully, because I agree with everything you said up to that last point. I do think that is a part.
I mean, Jim McMahon wasn't a championship quarterback, was he?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. In BYU, he was a championship quarterback. Yes, he was. Was he a Super
Bowl caliber quarterback?
Absolutely. Because if you go back to BYU and no, I'm old, man. When I watched those games in college, when you went back to Jim McMahon playing at BYU, he was a championship quarterback. He was. Okay. Matthew Stafford in Detroit.
He was there with Danny Ainge.
Terrible team. Terrible franchise. Mismanaged, bad ownership, bad coaches. He gets out. As soon as he gets a good coach and a decent defense, championship. Immediately. Matthew Stafford is a championship quarterback. He always was one. When Sean Payton gets to Dallas, I kid you not, I'm telling you, because people said that Russell Wilson was going to be in Seattle forever, right? Why would they ever get rid of him? He's the face of the franchise. They're never going to get rid of Russell Wilson. Pete Carroll will be going somewhere else. That's not how it happened, is it? I guarantee you Sean Payton gets in there, takes a look at Dak Prescott up close and personal, and goes, Jerry, I can bring somebody in here for that position. I can get you a ring, Jerry. And what will Jerry do? Jerry said, like, ring?
How about those Cowboys?
That goes somewhere else.
Now, let me jump in here, Mike. So you got a couple of things here. You know, Hightower, you made the point about the quarterback being born and developed. Athletes are like that, right? Let's go back to your beloved Lakers, right?
Ooh, why?
Right? LeBron.
We're having such a nice conversation.
LeBron got that DNA, right? Right?
Yes, he does.
So to your point, LeBron got that. He was born with that DNA, and you didn't have to develop him. All you got to do is let LeBron know, hey, I'm about to open the cage up. I need you to do what you do. But what Anthony Davis had to be developed.
Yes, he did.
That the problem is, tell me if I'm right or am I wrong, you see these athletes, Steph Curry now, Anthony Davis, right? Chris Paul, Darren Willis, all these guys are getting hurt that the fans can't see because, unfortunately, everything's come down to a shoe game when it comes to Major League NBA, right? So if Anthony Davis would have to my opinion, would have transferred from the low tops to high tops, and maybe his career would have extended. So now you're looking at it on a football field. The crazy part about it is I go nuts when I hear stories about that. Dallas is going to get their ass blown out against Philly, against a backup quarterback this weekend.
Absolutely.
They're going to get blown out this weekend. I got Dallas down by 10.
Coach, for promotional purposes only, what you got on Gardner Minshew this week? What's Gardner Minshew about to do?
For promotional purposes only, I got a plus 920 going Philadelphia way.
With Gardner Minshew, with Mr. Mustache.
Plus 920.
Yeah, meaning that they're going to win by at least 10 plus. 10 plus.
Okay, I have a question.
And here's the funny part about it is Jerry tried to come on TV today and downplay it, right? Jerry's like, oh, we're not worried about if Jalen Hunt's going to play. We're just going to prepare for the quarterback we got. Jerry, come on, man. We know.
Can I bring in the hard question? Another hard question. I got two hard questions.
What you got?
Real quick, too.
What you got?
All right. Dallas's backup quarterback is Cooper who?
Cooper Rush.
How did Cooper Rush do with the same team that Dak Prescott has?
He balled.
Now, when Dak Prescott came in, what started to happen to the Cowboys?
They started balling.
And they started losing.
They've lost 2 games since Dak has been back. But they scored twice as many points since Dak has been back.
I don't care how many points they score because you got to score more than the other team. So Dak scores all these points, and then the other team scores all these points too. Cooper Rush in that team is a better option than Dak Prescott. I'm sorry, is hard truth.
Well, Mike, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Mike.
Contract, I get that, but Hightower, to you, because you have said some really insightful things this evening.
But you got to remember, Mike.
I just want to ask you this: who is the last quarterback that you could turn to and say that person came in deficient in skills, not very good, but they got developed into a champion? Who's the last quarterback who was developed into a champion?
Should have been Justin Fields. Should have been Justin Fields with the Bears. Obviously, it wasn't. Right?
Okay, he still got time. Who's the last quarterback to be developed?
I'm gonna say.
I want to hear from Hightower too.
I want
to know who's the last quarterback to get developed who wasn't the champion going in.
I think Hightower. While you think about this, and I'm gonna give you a minute while you do that. I like the question, Mike, but here's the funny part about it. I'm a coach, right?
Okay.
Everything I heard tonight, offense. Dude, at the end of the day, dog, it's about defense.
Wins championship.
It's about this. If you go back and look at how Dallas lost, Dallas didn't lose this weekend because Dak Prescott made a mistake. Dallas lost this weekend because the Jacksonville Jaguars stepped up and defensively shut him down. Shut him down with 2 big picks and one took it to the house. Now I know, Mike. You look at a lot of time. What beats a good defense is a better offense, right? We know that, right?
Look.
The answer to your question, Mike. The last quarterback that was developed into a championship quarterback was Russell Wilson.
I would say I would probably agree with you because Russell Wilson got with Seattle at that time.
Because remember the defense carried. It was all about that. It was about the Legion of Boom, baby.
I know, and as soon as that defense fell,
it was all about that Legion of Boom.
What happened to Russell Wilson?
And maybe
that defense went down. What happened to Russell Wilson? Where is he now? And what's he good for?
In Denver.
He's in Denver with a super fine wife and a $200 million contract. I mean,
yeah, I know. And if I could steal,
he's still winning as far as I'm concerned. That's better than this.
I don't give a I don't give a damn if I win another game in the league. I'm good.
You understand?
I steal money that way.
I got Sierra. I got $250 million, and I don't have to play.
And I ain't got to play no more.
He
don't have to play anymore, and he's been proving it.
Yes, Queen Val. Yes, Queen Val.
Guys,
every day.
Guys, I have a question.
What's up, Val?
Who's gonna be the teams that's gonna make it to the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna tell you. You want me to tell you, or you want them to tell you?
Yes, I want you guys. Because I mean, we're in week 15. We're almost done.
Hey.
Down. Come
Right.
on.
This is my time. Right. This Coach Tony time.
Come on, Coach Tony.
Let's hear it.
Prophesy, Coach Tony. Prophesy.
Coming from the NFC, well, you got to look at that young boy. Well, it's gonna be the Philadelphia Eagles, yeah, and Jalen Hunt. Coming from the east side, it's gonna be Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he gonna ride that wave. As much as I like what Philly gonna do, it's gonna be Kansas City winning the championship at the Super Bowl this year.
So it's gonna be the Andy Reid Bowl.
What in the world?
Again. Hey, Mike, your question should have been, who is the only coach that can coach both of them?
I believe that would be Andy Reid. It's
Andy
going to be Andy
Reid.
Reid Bowl.
So if I'm gonna coach him, I know how to stop him.
So again, Philly will hate Andy Reid even more than they do right now.
Bingo. And as much as I love Jalen, I just don't think with what Patrick Mahomes is doing, that boy is doing some incredible things this year. And and what the people got to realize, the weather will not be a factor until you get to Super Bowl, because both of these guys are playing in cold weather, right? They're both playing cold weather in the East. So snow, cold weather, sub-zero temperatures, it's not going to matter. They good with that. They're practicing outside.
I'm just hoping that Jalen's going to be healed by then. I'm just hoping
exactly.
that Jalen will be 100%.
That may be, and that's the point I'm making. Just a turn hard right real quick. Hightower, Mike, I don't know, Val, I don't know if you guys have been watching my guy who's put on his brand new series from the 1st of December. He's got a brand new series on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, it's called 23 Days of Michael Jordan. 23 highlights of Michael Jordan in 23 days. Some of the most incredible feats that Mike did, including beating Magic, talking crazy trash talk to Tiger, to Bird, whomever. So when you're looking at that, one of the things I got from that episode was Mike told, when this is old Mike, right? And how you respect this. This is Mike that went to the Washington Wizards. And we know Mike was washed up by then, right? Yeah. Mike came out after having 877 games straight, double figures. And he plays a game one night, and he only has 9 points. Didn't score in double figures. And the boys laughing and joking, talking about, man, he's washed up and blah, 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 blah. He came back the very next night. He had to play the New Jersey Nets and King and Martin. And they were like, man, I love you, Mike, but you done, baby. Go ahead and wrap your shoes back up. He comes off the court. He talks to Doug Collins, and he says, hey, Doug, do you believe in me? Doug said, yes, I do. He said, do you believe I can still play the game? Doug said, yes, I do. The next night, Mike turns around after King and Martin and said, hey, you know something, Mike? I know the Jordan that wore 23 was tight, but the Jordan that wore 45, he ain't that good. So the next night, unbeknownst to the NBA, Mike pulls his jersey out the rafters, put the 2-3 back on, and in 2 games, drops 97 points at the age of 40. So having said that, when you're looking at what's going on, I love the young fella, but now they done told me that Jalen Hurts is hurt. That's on the back of your jersey, hurt. And if you can't get through this Super Bowl, and I'm coming at you in Kansas City, it's over. And Mahomes, doing all the little baseball throws and everything else, it'll be a good Super Bowl. But you guys, if y'all would have listened to me 3 weeks ago, what I tell them, Val, Morocco was going to be in the Final Four in soccer. They were 99,000 to 1, $100 in the Final Four of the soccer. Hightower would have brought you almost $100,000 for $100 for promotional purposes. I'm telling you now, Philly, KC, Super Bowl game.
Wow. Well, I'm going to rock with you, Coach Tony. I'm going to rock with you on Philadelphia and Kansas City reaching the Super Bowl. However, I believe if they rest Jalen Hurts this week against Dallas, and let him rest that shoulder, because it's a game he really doesn't have to play, because they have already got the division locked up. So it's not a game that he has to play. Rest that sprained shoulder. Let him get 14 days of rest instead of coming back in 6 to 7 days.
Okay.
Boom. Philadelphia and Kansas City will meet in the Super Bowl, but I'm rocking with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles to win the Super Bowl because unlike Philadelphia's awesome defense, Kansas City defense is questionable. They got some questions on that defense, and I don't believe they can stop Jalen Hurts and those awesome receivers. I believe Philly's defense will get with keep Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes boy, locked up in a box. Boom, they're gonna put 4-man rush. Boom, they're gonna drop 3, and we're gonna go in nickel and dime package, and we're gonna be able to stop Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna tuck it and run it. I'm gonna tuck it and run it.
Because I tell one last real quick question for you there. So Gardner Minshew, if he starts for the Eagles and the Eagles beat the Cowboys, will you come back and tell me about the great Dak Prescott?
I will definitely come back if the Eagles beat the Cowboys. I don't believe they will win against the Cowboys this week. I believe the Cowboys got a lot to prove. And I will say this, even though I love the Cowboys, the Cowboys season is basically done. They're going to meet Tampa Bay. They're going to meet Tampa Bay in the playoffs. Right. They will win that first game. They will win against Tampa Bay, but the second round of the playoffs, they will get knocked out. They will go home and be sitting down on the couch.
In the words of Charles Barkley, they going to go fishing, baby. We're going fishing. Val,
so how is that not Dak's fault? How is that not Dak Prescott's fault?
It won't be Dak's fault because Dak is going to ball.
Oh
correct.
God.
I don't think it's going to be Dak's fault either. I think it's going to be his
season. This is the same thing that the Seahawks.
It's going to be mismanagement.
It's going to be said about Russell for years.
Y'all ain't talking about Elliott.
That's Russell Cook. That Russell Cook. Yeah, Russell started getting up to the mile high and he couldn't cook nothing. I guess
we don't even talk about we don't even talk about Dallas's running game. What about Elliott? Yeah, everybody talk about Dak Prescott. He's not the only person that's going to try to do that for Dallas. What about Elliott? You know, we got a big time running back in the backfield. They don't even give it the ball to.
Elliott's done. Pollard is that running game. Okay. Pollard is that running game. I think even Cowboys fans can admit that Pollard's that running game.
Okay.
It's not Elliott anymore. God bless him. He had his contract too. He fooled Jerry into the money too. He tricked Jerry into paying him too.
Well, now Zeke earned that money. Now you got to give Zeke props. He earned that money. Tony Pollard is the running back of the future for the Cowboys, the present and the future.
Tony Pollard is the running back of the
we got a secret. We got a secret number 34. He ain't Herschel Walker, but we got a dude number 34 who came off the practice squad. That boy can ball.
Look. Tony Pollard is the running back of the present for the Cowboys.
Yes, he is.
The running back of right now. It ain't the future. It ain't.
He's the running back for the Cowboys for the next 3 years, for sure.
Agreed, but that's including this year.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Okay, good. That's what I said. I mean, just let Zeke go. Let Dak go.
No, don't let Zeke go now. You need both of them. You need Zeke in that short goal line offense.
Are we talking Dallas?
We're talking Dallas. Let Zeke eat.
Cowboy fans would have kept Tony Romo.
Let Zeke eat.
And he's a much better announcer than he ever was a quarterback.
All I'm going to say is this.
Michael,
all I'm going to say is this. And the stats, and you can go look them up.
Okay.
Philly, KC are the only NFL teams right now undefeated in a non-conference schedule. And right now on the road are the only two teams in NFL that are undefeated on the road. So it doesn't matter who goes where. We can talk about Dallas till the sheep come home. I can shade the sheep and give me a nice coat build, put me fur in my jacket. They going to the crib. They going to the crib and they going fishing. I don't care about that.
Coach, I feel like Dallas is cursed because of Jerry Jones and his background.
That's going to be the case, Val, until Jerry gets up out of urban Texas and decide to let the family move on. Kind of like what had to happen, unfortunately, here in Tennessee with the Titans, right high town. The Titans move on. Now his daughter took over. The Titans playing good. We slipped a little bit, but until that gets going, and now they've had to fire a few people and fire the general manager. Trying to revamp this thing. And
Titans coach is next.
Titan coach's name. Yeah. And Mike,
he's got to go.
You did tell me one thing, Mike. We were talking about Derrick Henry in this situation. You were talking about that. So you're exactly right. But hey, don't forget, I don't mean to be throwing a curveball at both of y'all. I love you, Hightower, and Mr. Wamble. You know I'm good with you, baby. But LA is checked out, and most definite, Gold State. What I tell them early, Val? You better watch out for Ja Morant in Tennessee, baby. Tennessee and Memphis Grizzlies. I told y'all, I ain't gonna tell you no more. And Hightower, you and Mike do like my great grandmama used to say, go outside and find me a switch so I can whoop y'all.
What in the world is happening?
Go get your own switch.
Coach. Okay, we're gonna wrap up sports. We're wrapping up sports. We're wrapping up sports. Oh my Lord. I let you all go as far as I can go.
NCC, D3 champions. Right there, the Cards, baby.
Oh, good gracious.
So, Coach Tony, you're telling me that Memphis Grizzlies are the champs this year?
Memphis Grizzlies coming out the West, I think, with this year. I've got, again, for promotional purposes,
Warriors,
Boston Celtics versus the Grizzlies in the NBA championship. Celtics, Grizzlies.
Warriors, come on and play.
Warriors. They gonna barely make it, baby. They gonna barely make it. And Lakers,
all they gotta do is
the Lakers don't want to make it because, unfortunately, Hightower, they want the #1 draft pick. And by the way, if they get it, you know what's gonna happen, Hightower?
What's gonna happen, Coach?
Tell me what happens if they get the #1 draft pick.
If they get the #1 draft pick, they're going back to the playoffs.
Nah, you lost your mind. They get the #1 draft pick, he going to New Orleans. Because the Lakers own New Orleans the next 2 #1 draft picks, baby.
That's right.
So the #1 draft, if they get the kid from France, he going down to play with Zion Williamson. And oh yeah, by the way, they already #1 right now in the West.
Wow.
All right. Val, back to you, Queen.
Yes. So, Coach.
Yes,
and Dr. Hightower, thank you guys so much for making this extended remix of our sports segment very exciting. Everyone has been very entertained, and we always repeatedly say this. These are predictions just based on what my experts have known about the game, football as well as basketball. It is for promotional purposes only. And Coach, in your immortal words of closing, what do you always say to us?
Hey, I got 2 things. Hightower, I'm out to schedule sometimes I can lay out on your couch, man. I think I need a session. First of all, I need your professionalism because I'm trying to figure out how to get to kneel long, first of all. And second of all, you know, I know me and Mike, I love you, Mike, but if I get some professional help from Hightower, I may get that. I may beat you to the punch.
It's a detailing.
Hey, happy Merry Christmas to everybody. And as I always tell you, take your left or your right finger index style and hit that subscribe button right at the bottom because the show is growing by leaps and bounds. And as you jump off to us coming into 2023, we got some new people. We got some new shows. We got guys like Hightower coming back in and telling you guys he's going to start being a piece of this show that we're gonna teach you guys and school you guys and give you that love and massage, you know what I'm saying? But in the meanwhile, as we go out to end of this year, you know my words. And I'm out.
All right. Thank you so very much, Coach. All right. Gerald, I hope you come back because I hope that Michael and Tony didn't
scared off. We scared him off. What are you talking about? Come on now. You scared.
They get a little passionate. So as you
scared.
Well, Val, absolutely. You know that I will come back for you. And I love Tony, and I love Brother Mike too, even though he got the wrong outpour. But you know, we're gonna help him along. We're gonna get the right outpour, so we can get the new wine and new wineskins.
That's right, the new wine and the new wineskin, because the old wineskins burst, and you miss out on that juicy wine. It goes away. It's not right.
Catch myself and G Hightower on Clubhouse as we do the House of Creativity.
App hopping.
and a lot of our friends and clubhousers are joining us
in the
on
clubhouse
tonight.
streets.
Thank you, Dr. Hightower. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Blessings, y'all. Blessings. Good to be here with you.
Fellow Duran Duran fan. I love it. I love
Michael,
it.
we want people to come back.
I welcome them back. I mean, he made a lot of good points. You know, he gone now, but he made a lot of good points. I acknowledge them all. I just, you know, people don't, people, look, if you would say the same thing about Russell Wilson 2 years ago, they would have laughed at you and told you, like, Russell Wilson is a franchise quarterback. He's the greatest thing. He's just blah, blah. He was done 2 years ago, okay? All right. Dak is done. I'm sorry, y'all. He just done.
So
he came back from that injury, and that's amazing. And enough of Dak, because you know what? Dak don't think about me, and I ain't thinking about him. I wish he has a happy and healthy and prosperous New Year's as he watches football at home, same way I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last live show for Talk on live show. So we'll be
say what I want to say.
We'll be back at the start of the year,
Twitter,
on the first Tuesday.
If you don't want me to be CEO, just tell me through a poll. Oh wait, you said I should step down. Oh, I didn't see the poll.
Okay. So, and
Find Your Voice, a podcasting course for beginners. Val the Voice Johnson can take you through that. Sign up at linktr.ee/purelightmedia. The course launches soon, so make sure you sign up soon. Certainly, I learned everything about podcasting from Val the Voice Johnson, and you can too.
Interludes is streaming on our YouTube channel, our Interludes Facebook group, also on LinkedIn and
Empire TV Roku channel.
Okay.
Thank you. Speaking of people we scared away, we scared him away, right?
No, we're good.
Our friend in North Carolina, we scared him away.
We're not scaring anybody away. And
I ain't
Michael,
never been scared.
Michael, what's your name?
Never been scared. My name is not Val the Voice Johnson, but yours is, and this has been Interludes Extra. Talk on Tuesday for 2022.
And we'll see you guys next year. We thank you so very much for joining us.
Happy holidays. Happy
holidays to everyone.
Thank Christmas
you.
Tree.
Thank you so very much.
Red Christmas tree.
Thank you so
Christmas
very much,
tree.
cousin. I don't know what
now has a red Christmas tree.
That's my Christmas tree. I think it's cute.
It is cute. It is very cute, and we love it.
And peace.